Okay, so what we've got going on here is I started on my Cradle for my checkering project. Tried a couple of different ideas. I'm still working on some ideas. The first thing I did was got me this stripping that I had there. So I was able to take that and put that on here. And so this slides like this. Now I'm going to have to find some way to fasten it once you get it to the right length. When I came down this end, what I decided to do was make this end stationary. So it's really not going to move. So what I'm going to do here, I'm just going to throw a couple of screws in here. And I'm going to make this side stationary so it won't move. I'm going to have to pop a hole into this aluminum track. So my whole point here is I'm going to make this end, like I said, I'm going to make this end stationary. So it's not going to move. This end here, I guess you can't see, this is better if I do it like this. This end here will slide back and forth on the wood. Now I'm going to do some sanding here to kind of loosen this up. So as you see, it slides now, but I'm going to do some sanding in there to kind of, give it more space to slide there. I'd even thought about taking this off and throwing, cutting a little bit in there and just throwing some ball bearings in there. So I still might do that, sand it real good, throw some ball bearings. It's not like it's going to be a high rate of speed or anything, so that's that. Then on this end, like I said, we're going to make this one just mobile. Now I use my snips, metal snips, to cut this aluminum, because I did that. Got a little piece that's sticking out here. Just like with the wood, I'm going to be doing some sanding on that with my sander, with my hand sander. You want to try to avoid things sticking out as much as possible, of course. So any sharp edges you see, you want to bend those in or do whatever you got to do there. So there's sticking out something that can, potentially scratch you or whatever the case may be. For me, I know that's exactly what would happen with me. I would not be paying attention or something, and next thing I know, I'm bleeding. And so, of course, that's never any fun. Now, what I use is this DeWalt socket here. And what it is, it has a magnet in it. So that helps in when you're doing jobs like this and you only have you by yourself, you only have one set of hands, you can just take the screw, put it in there, and it holds to itself. Now because the other hole is really close to where these two meet, I'm not going to put a screw there. I'm going to come up a little bit, pop another hole in. And there we go. And that's stage one of, making the cradle. And how this works is it's generally held in a vise. And what you're going to be doing is you're going to be taking your work and you're going to be putting it there. And then see how a ball bearing, with a little bit of space in the ball bearing, I think this is going to slide. Because see, it slides pretty good. Just depends on how you grab it. But moral of the story is, I don't know exactly that was. Oh, that's what that was. Moral of the story is, it's going to hold your piece of wood in there like this. I mean, your stock in there, so that way, when you take it and you put it on your vise, say at an angle, it's hard to show the whole thing, but at an angle, it'll sit right here and you can rotate it for your checkering. So now for me, one of the hardest parts that I'm running into right now is I have to make it to where it will handle that checkering. Okay, I see that fell under there. So that's a part over here for my drill that apparently I should have tightened up before I just left it trip. So this is where we're at right now. We're at this stage of making the cradle. Generally there's, bolts that go through the cradle, and then with that, that's going to go into, and some people they put pads here, so that's what I'm thinking about as well, having a pad there, or even using, just taking another piece of wood and having it there. But the point being is you have to be able to pull this all together, so this is tight, but at the same time you want to be able to adjust it, and the easier you can adjust it and rotate it would be better. So a lot of times, like if you have a vise that swivels this way as well as this way, so you have a vise that swivels this way, they have these little pressure locks, just little bolts that you just boom turn, and then it's locks in place, on like a half a turn. So that's what I'm looking at, trying to maybe get something like that. This is a project that we have. It's only a 4-week class. There's still a lot going on, and then there's still checkering to do. So this is part A, and you'll get updates. Like I said, I'll try to keep the videos as short as I can. So for this, oh yeah, I'm still working on my catchphrase. You probably heard me end these videos in a couple of different ways, and like, what is that? What's up with that guy? So I'm still working on the catchphrase. I really haven't put any time into it, so every time I make a video, I just say something different and see how it sounds when I listen to the video. So that's where we're at right now. And like I said, I bought these bolts to put in here, to hold because some people just use that. And if you look inside, see those, and then on this end, see that, how it has that hole. So if you line it up with the bolt, that's great for the front end, but then the back end is this thing here with the 2 bolts. So it just depends on how you want to do it. I still have not figured that part out yet. Of course, you'll be putting your butt pad on here, so it's not as bad. I mean, if you felt as though you need to pop another hole here, to match this one, and so if I had this connected to this part here, and I put that, see how it fits in there just perfectly. So if I did that, I could turn it and everything, and it'll just be, just depending on the tension there. So what I might do is just shoot this through, and I'm going to take this bolt right here that it's on, I'm going to cut a hole in here, drill a hole in here. It's going to go all the way through. I'm going to drill a hole in here. Then I'm going to countersink the hole, and then I'm going to use Gorilla Glue around it and just sit it in there. And that should get me the results that I'm looking for. You just have to use a really small amount of Gorilla Glue because, there is that. I thought about using a chisel, chiseling these exact dimensions, but I really don't have time for all of that. So that's that. I may get another washer, another bolt, another nut for this bolt, and how you can lock it into place. So that would be locking it in here, and then put another bolt on that and locking this bolt down. So then that locks it into place. However, once again, that would make this, because if I do that, then I can make this where it doesn't move at all. It's just a certain length, and then you screw this, and you know, you do that. So I think I'm just gonna put these bolts in here, do that, and make this where it can move. I'll probably wind up going ahead and cutting a groove in here of about this long, because as you see with the average gun stock, like you have that one, you even have this one that I got that's shorter. You know, it's a lot shorter than that. And then you even have some that they stop like right here. So if the bolt's going to be there, I need for the groove to be from here all the way out to as far as, you know. So those are all quick calculations that I'm going to be going and working on over the next week, because next weekend is the project. So I'll be showing a little bit of sanding on this, on the area with my school. I've already downloaded the templates. So I got to figure out where I'm going to, because of course they're not expecting me to do an entire checkering job. But you have to pick what you want to checker and just take that part and checker, you know, and checker the stock. So as you see, it's an unfinished stock. I really like this. I almost hate to sand it. I don't know why. It's weird. So they all come like this. This is my first go at this. They all come like this. I'm going to try to get some more of these, because right here in the pistol grip, the way this meets right here is like super cool. I don't know why I like it so much, but I do. And I don't even want to mess with that. So I'm just going to sand this or this side, do the checkering job on it, and then from there leave the rest and see what I can do about, see right here, apparently I don't know what happened there, but maybe they had sanded it or whatever to try it, or maybe that's the way it was cut to where that groove didn't go all the way through, you know, so it stops there. But point being is, I love the texture. I love the way this feels. It is just it's almost like a built-in checkering. I mean, you can get so much grip on that. That's ridiculous. So I almost hate to do this. I wanted to actually take one of my other stocks and just go ahead, cut into it, checker it, you know, and get that party started. Because this right here, you're just talking about sanding, you know. So you're gonna sand it down. You're gonna go through your grits, and then you might put oil it, you know, and do that, and let it do the 24-hour thing and all that. So that's why I'll be doing that this week, to just so that I can do that and finish this one section here, and then do the checkering. And I really don't know if they think we're gonna be able to do a full checkering job. I mean, I'm really not sure. So I'm going to have to get in contact with my instructor about that, because I know this is all I'm going to be able to do is just one section there, and probably not the whole job, because it's the manual ones. It's not the head, the power head, where you can just, you can just take it and just go, boom, and it's doing its thing. Of course, you're moving slower than that, probably at a pace like this. But you're just cutting it with the manual ones. You're doing this, and so I have to see which heads they provided us in this packet. We have this packet here. It looks like they pretty much gave us what we need to be able to. So I'm just gonna go for it and see what happens, and hopefully it's all good in the end. And that's where I stand with this. Okay, I see what this is now. This is just the head, and then you put these in here. And it looks like, I don't know if we have a guide here or not. So, I'll be seeing what goes on here. Okay, yeah, it is. You have that one and then two. So you have one for the border line there, and then the follow-up. So yeah, it's definitely not a quick and easy thing that's gonna happen here using this. So that's this video on starting the checkering, making the cradle for the stocks. Okay, Thank you for tuning in. If you like it, hit like, subscribe. Other than that, hopefully this will help some guys with some ideas. Just some simple, just to put what you put in between the wood floors as you're crossing the doors. This is the 10 to that just clicks into it. So yeah, there's that. All right, well.